everybody, well, good afternoon. Having a little bit of time off. I've got Tom and Michaela here. They come over to see me, so we've just had lunch at Bridge 61 Cafe on Foxton Locks, and now we're just walking up to the locks. I understand that quite soon they're going to be shutting these locks down because they're putting all new gates on. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. I'll just turn around and give you the view there. There we go, Foxton Lock. Yeah, anyway, as a backup, I've got this engine here in case my motor packs up. But yeah, this is Toby.
Take care, see you soon.
See you later. Yeah, morning everybody. Sunday morning, about 9:15. Very peaceful here. There's a little view out the front of the boat. The only person breaking the piece is me. Yeah, I'm doing these top frames. Just stand back here. I got this one done yesterday. It's not fixed up yet. It's just like they're temporary on clamps. But yeah, I'm using prepared 2v1 prepared batten. It's a bit dearer than sawn batten, but I prefer it. Makes a neater job in my opinion, but that's only my opinion. And yeah, I'm half housing it together, and also the intermediates I'm doing with a biscuit joint. That's a biscuit joint, if those of you who don't know what biscuit is, wherever it is. That just goes in that little slot there. Some quick setting glue, so I glue each frame up as I go down, like, you know, according to the length of the timbers. So I'm just going to glue this one up now, and then while that's setting off, I'll start getting some fixings in this one. But yeah, that's where we're at this morning. Yeah, good morning or good afternoon. It's Monday, about 4 o'clock. It's getting rather cold out here now. Just open the door so I can just poke these bits of wood out. Yeah, I'm just going to halve out the framework on this last panel. This is the one for this end of the boat. So I've done all down that side now, and now down that side as well. We're just about done. So this is the last one I'm doing. So I'm just going to run it through the saw, little housing joint there, half housing across there, and then one at the end, and then the intermediates I just put in with a biscuit joint. But yeah, be glad to get this one out of the way, because when I do stuff I sort of crack on, and then I'll be glad when that bit's finished, and then I get satisfaction that it's done. I'll go tidy up and see where we're doing and what we're doing next. Okay, catch you all later. Yeah, a little update. Wednesday morning, just coming at lunchtime. I'm leaving the boat now. I've just had the chap come from Loom Tech who's measured up for the wiring loom. So realistically, until I get that back, which will be about a fortnight, I can't do anything else here on the boat. So I'm going back to Dorset now and have a little break, and then get on with some more work in my workshop. Speak to you all later. Bye. Yeah, good morning everybody. Yeah, back in the workshop. Arrived back in Dorset last night. I should be back here now for a couple of weeks, getting on doing various things for the boat. Yeah, apologise for some of the camera work. As I say, I was up at the boat and only had my phone, and I didn't have the stand, and to be honest, I was more interested in getting on with the boat really than taking too many bits of video clips. I don't mean to sound negative on that, but that's just how it was. But anyway, I've also bloody got finger tapes up here. I bashed my middle finger yesterday. I've not really bashed it, I only tapped it, but the pain is absolutely excruciating. So I went to the hospital last night. They took an x-ray, and they're not sure I might have chipped the bone, cracked the bone or something, like, you know, but it's rather painful. But Anyway, I did try doing nothing for a couple of hours this morning, but after laying in bed till 10 o'clock, I thought I'd actually get up and come out here to the workshop. So I'm out here, and what I'm starting to do today is something so I can do a bit of work in my hand. Is I'm processing a lot of the pallet wood that I've got. So I've got a load there, got all that lot under the bench. This is what I'm going to make the paneling for the gunnels. And I particularly like pallet wood because what I like about it is I like some of the real wild grain that you get on it in big knots. And by the time I've processed it up a bit and done some paint finishes on it, it's going to look, in my opinion, it's going to look really good. But each to their own, because we all have opinions, don't we? But anyway, that's just really where I'm at. I'll try and get some filming done this next week and hopefully get something else out to you all. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the new subscribers. Yeah, hello there. Well, anyway, the pallets I was doing earlier, here they all are now. I've cut, that's all the pallet wood that I've processed there. That's what I'm going to be using for the panelling. Now, what I like about this wood, it takes a lot of work to get how I'm going to get it, but see all the different big knots and all the saw marks and all that. That's what I see as quite beautiful when it's all slightly sanded up and processed, and I put paint finish on it. It's going to make some lovely panelling, in my opinion, that is. It's not really a cheap option, although it don't cost anything. It does cost quite a bit in time, but I've got the time, so I don't mind doing it. I've done all sorts of stuff for people out of pallets, built some beautiful kitchens and all sorts of stuff out of it. But on top of all that wood, besides that, I've got just as much in firewood from the offcuts, so that goes to somebody who could do some firewood, so that'll be dropped off later on. But yeah, I'm going to go and have a little break now because my fingers are playing me up. But all this has got to be, say, processed and done, and I'm going to reduce it all down so it's the same thickness as well. But anyway, we'll see how we get on with that later on. Bye for now. Well, I'm still on the boards. I'm just on the last knockings now of straightening the edges, because when you use these pallet boards, some of them get quite bent down the edge, like so. I just go through each one, and any one that needs a little bit tweaking up, I just put it across the top of the planer, because although I want it to look rustic, I don't want it to look too bloody rustic with too many gaps down it. But that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so I've just got this pile to do, then that's done. Then I've got to do a bit of filling, and then they'll be ready for getting the first coat of paint on, which I'll show you all that later on. Well, hello there. Yeah, Friday evening. I've just about had enough now. I've got all the panelling all milled out now. I've got it all reduced down, all the same thickness, and I've got enough there that's going to go right around the bottom of the gunnels of the boat. As I say, you know, I've got quite a bit of work to do on it yet, because I've got holes to fill in that, and then I'll then start, basically I should paint finish this before it actually goes together on the panels. but I'll get a bit more involved with that, you know, in another little vlog for you all. I'll show you how I do it. Yeah, it would have been cheaper and quicker just to buy some tongue and groove boarding, but then I don't always like quick and cheap and easy, like, you know. I find that there's a lot of beauty in these old boards, although they're old pallet wood. It's all like all these big knots and that, and you get some lovely beautiful grain. A lot of people think it's sort of the reject wood, which it is to a certain degree, but you know, I like the reject stuff. It's quite beautiful. Same as these big marks here, these big rings here, these are the saw cuts. And you look on bits of wood, when you see it all together, they'll be all different sizes because of the different size of bits of wood, the saw blades that was used. Because, as I say, these are pallets that I've collected up. I think I'll probably put a few pictures in. So I collected all these back in September, and they've been all took apart and in the shed here drying out, like. But they're reasonably stable now. So there we are. But anyway, first job in the morning, as you can see, is I need to have a bit of a bloody clear up. But anyway, clear up, and then you know, see where we go from there. But anyway, I'm going to go in and get in the shower now and call it a night. Speak to you all later, and thanks again for all those people who keep joining the show. I've just got all that lot done. I put it on time lapse and we zoom through it, like. But yeah, I've just got those few over there which have got some big knot holes in, which I'm going to fill up with a piece of wood, and then there'll just be a little bit more of a light rub down, then I can get painting on them panels in. Back in the workshop, still on the boards here. I filled them last night, so I'm just going to now quickly take off the filler, and then I'll go out into the painting tent, as we'll call it, and start getting the first coat of paint on. So anyway, I'll see you out there later on. Oh, here we are. We've got all those balls sanded up now. That's the extent of them all. So now I'm going to take them out the back there into the paint shop, as we call it, the temporary shelter, which has proved very useful over this project. And we'll start getting some paint on them. See you out there in a little bit. Yeah, hello everybody. We're in the paint shed. That's what I call it now, the paint shed. Yeah, these are the balls all sanded. I'll go on to stick it on a time lapse in a minute while I just finish those off. But the finish that we're looking for is, these are a couple of balls that I've done, and that's going to be the finish that I put on there, which is quite a simple finish really, but I quite like it personally. It's got a white base and a bit of grey on it, just brushed in and sanded and varnished. But that's going to be the finish all around the gunnels. So when you open the cupboard doors up in the kitchen, that's what's going to be inside, because I won't be putting standard kitchens in. I'll make the units myself, but I'll be using the back of the gunnels there as the back of the cupboard, because it'll keep down on weight and also make the cupboards bigger. But anyway, and then this is going to sort of wrap it up, I think, for this week, and I'll see you all next week. Bye for now. That's all that first coated. So the next process tomorrow is I'll get some grey on there, and then after it's had a grey on it, has a light rub down, and then a little bit of clear lacquer on there just to finish it off. But anyway, I'm going to take this in, see if the boss approves. I won't video that in case she don't like it, but I'm sure she will, because she's very easygoing and she likes most of the stuff that I do. Anyway, that's all for now, folks. See you all next week.